Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's June, and that means it's time for the June Mystery Tackle Box Pro unboxing. This is the Bass edition, and if you're not familiar with Mystery Tackle Box, it's a subscription-based service where you get a box of goodies every month, and you can base it on species, and there's 3 tiers of service you can get, but go check them out at the URL down below, and if you use code RHINO at checkout, you can get your first box for as little as $10. And also, if you're interested in learning more about the baits that are in this box, check out the About My Box URL down below, and there's more information there. So without further ado, let's dig into this box and see what we got for the month of June. Alright, here we go. I love getting these things. Hope this one's packed with goodness. I'm not giving this one away this month, folks, but I have some other giveaways coming up in the not too distant future. In fact, I may go out this weekend and try to do a slam on this one if I can think of a convenient place to fish. So I'm looking for the card that tells me what's inside the box. And there it is right there. And it lists all the baits in descending order by price, and it gives you their recommended retail price, and there's the URL I mentioned before about my box, and I'll put that in the description down below. So first on the list from Westin is the Magic Minnow that retails for $9.99, and that is this guy right here, and it looks like a pretty decent swim bait, little paddle tail kind of a thing, pretty large profile as far as those kinds of baits go. This one says it's a total of 22 grams or 3/4 of an ounce, but man, it looks sweet. And I really like the jig head on that thing, very lifelike and realistic. And I think even after these soft bodies wear out, you'd be able to use that head again on just about any larger paddle tail swim bait by just, like cutting the tip of it off so that it's flat like that. Here's a close look at it. The color on this one is sparkling green, but I like the looks of that, and that definitely ought to catch fish. Okay, so next from VEXAN, the NOKKEN or NOKKEN, N-O-K-K-E-N, retails for $8.99, and that's going to be that square bill right there. And I'm going to guess it's got like little knockers in it, so probably calling it the NOKKEN. This is a 3/4 ouncer, dives 3 to 4 feet. And let me see if I can get a color on it. Color is Shelby Shad. And it says there on the package it has a deep thud, therefore the NOKKEN. Here's a closer look at it. Got some pretty decent hooks on it and a lot of nice detail in the plastic. I like that one, and I think that I ought to be able to catch fish on that as well. The VEXAN NOKKEN. Alright, next from CASTAG, the ALLAS spinnerbait. I like CASTAG products, and this looks like a pretty nice spinnerbait, all white, and it's a double willow kind of a thing, 3/8 of an ounce. Not too much to say about that other than it's a spinnerbait. Oh, I do notice that that bottom willow leaf is kind of on one of those spring type metal things there, so maybe it won't bend out too badly. But that thing retails for $7.99. Alright, next from MUSTAD, the Underspin SHAD. And that is just a jig head with an underspin, and I like throwing underspins, so I'm happy to have another one. This is a 1/4 ounce with an ultra point hook on it, and pretty sweet. We'll see if there's something else in the box coming up that maybe that will pair with. Here's a closer look at it. Nice detail. That retails for $4.99. Next from Wave Fishing, the Tiki snake. And there's a brand I'm not familiar with, but it is a soft plastic. I like their logo. Let's take one of these out, take a closer look at it. doesn't call out a color on here, but if I was a guessing man, I would say it's watermelon red flake. And man, I kind of like that. It's kind of a lizard body, but with a curly tail, and it kind of does look like a snake. I think that's going to be pretty sick. I'm kind of excited to fish with that. I think bass are going to love that thing, and if they do, I'll be ordering more. Those retail for $4.99. Next, from Cream Lures, the Speed Screamer. And that is those, and that looks like a sample pack. There's 4 in there. And the color is green pumpkin. Let's take one out and take a picture of it so you can get a closer look at it here. And it is a kind of a weird looking crawl, goby creature looking bait. But I bet if I fish that on a smaller hook, you know, like maybe a 2/0, that'll be money, especially for some of the dinks in my local fishing holes. Pretty happy with those. That retails for $3.32. And the last bit of tackle in here is from MUSTAD, and they are the Ultra Lock light wire hooks, and there's a pair of those. Retails for $1.80. These are 4/0, my favorite size, and they look pretty good. They are EWGs. I ordinarily just fish, you know, regular round bend hooks, but these will work. In fact, they will probably work pretty well on those snake thingies I looked at a while ago. So that's that. And then other things in the box. Here's a little information card about power fishing. It's got some pro tips on there. And on the back, it kind of gives a little picture of a lake and some areas around the lake that might produce for you. So good information there. And then there's the Dibble tips and tricks from Mystery Tackle Box, and it usually has some articles and things like that in there. Buzzing boot tails for big bass, and squaring up and bumping cover. Something about fishing square bills, I'm sure. There's that. And then finally there's a sticker, and this month is a bass on a motorcycle with the Catchco logo at the bottom. So that is it for the month of June. Tell me down in the comments what you think of this box. I'm happy with it. Don't really think that there's a thing in here that I would turn my nose up at. If you're already a subscriber to Mystery Tackle Box, let me know what you got in your Pro Box this month, and if it's radically different from this one. But that's it. Thank you for watching. Take care, tight lines, and we will see you on the water soon.